Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week I am covering the MS Effect 01 set for the Builders Parts Gunpla, so it's 1/144 scale. That is why I have had to put in that little black thing at the back there, because you know, it's the only thing I have at hand that I can use to help show these things. So it's not actually the Gundam, and it's not the big, assault cannon that I've already done a video about. It's effects parts. So it's things like this, little jet parts, and these are actually for beam sabers, which is the other reason why I've got the RX-78-2 Gundam there. Yeah, because having a collection is one thing, but I think that if you can get things that help to enhance aspects of your collection and help with their display and the diorama side of it, I think it's actually beneficial to cover those too. So when it comes to things like Gunpla, or, Gundam models and models of that variety, Bandai makes sets of things that can be added on. So in the case of this, there was the Jetstream effects. Now these ones that I've got are clear ones, but there are ones that come in, say, like yellow or red or pink, that sort of thing. So what you need to have for your models will be, your own individual thing. Now bits like this are actually for the jump jets and that sort of thing on your Gunpla. Now what you actually do is you get one bit like that, which is the actual Jetstream thing itself, and one bit like that is meant to connect into them. Now the unfortunate thing is I have Char's Zakuto. He doesn't have those kind of exhaust ports for them. Neither does the RX-78-2, and neither does my Hyzak, and neither does one of my other kits. These things are built to go with most Gundam kits, and I just happen to have kits that don't have those particular things. But what I did find, as you can see, it fits into the top of, or the rotating barrel of the assault cannon that I showed off a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember the manufacturer, but I believe it was Kotobukiya. And that just, whoops, well, that's just taking the sand off. But you can see it just connects into that top port, and it's very nice. Whoops. And if I move, this probably isn't going to work particularly well because it's not really made for that. If I move him, you can now see that there are Jetstream effects in him. Now what I've done is I actually found that there were, portholes in the back of the arms. Obviously it's for the shield and stuff, and one in the back of his torso. But basically all of those holes could fit those little jump stream things. You get two varieties of them. So this one is the first variety. I'll zoom back in, out, sorry. So you can see that that's one kind, and the other kind, if I just yank one out, is a more like a missile tail type one. Now the other aspect of these, of course, is the they are beam saber parts. Now unfortunately I've just pulled out the top part of his beam saber, but you get a little sort of nub there, and that, move my finger out of the way, gives you like a lit beam saber. So you get, say, like a white hot energy sort of thing, and it looks quite good. And these kits came with two different varieties. So there was that one, which is quite sort of, you know, it's quite rippled through. Just yank that off. Unfortunately I didn't glue my beam saber handles together. So, you know, and then this one, if I slide it in, is not quite as rippled. So if I try to get both of them. So one is a bit more rough than the other. So the set that I've got is this one here, MS01. So you get two of this kind of beam saber, which is this one, you know, the less pulsating type one, or the less rippled one, and you get two of these large rippled ones, and then you get two sets of these and two sets of these ones. Whoops, kind of fortuitous. So these ones you can pull out this smaller one if you want, and you could have them in the back there instead. So like, it's all interchangeable stuff. Just works how you need it to work, as required, and all of that. I would suggest you need like a set of nippers. Is probably the best way to get these off the sprue. As you can tell, I didn't glue these, so I won't put that back together as it is, but you can see that it's that one there in the back. So I used them to make it look like, you know, what I vaguely remember from The Last Samurai, you know, like running into Gatling gun fire sort of thing, and being blown apart. That was sort of just what I figured out to do with them. I picked these up from Mighty Ape. This was the last set they had, but there is a possibility they'll get some more. Obviously, like, you know, you probably want to get the coloured ones, but I do know that Vagabond Games sells them as well, and I haven't bought from them, but I do know that there's a New Zealand Gundam store. In a couple of weeks I'm hoping to pick up some stuff from there, so, you know, I can definitely recommend Mighty Ape, and I can recommend Vagabond Games, and I could probably also recommend the Pop Stop, because I've bought from all three of those companies, and yeah, so I'll leave a link to the page that had these. I cannot guarantee that they'll get more of these particular ones, but these kind of effects might be handy for other things. Now, they don't work with like Transformers, because those little nubs are just slightly either too small or too large for what you got with Transformers, but there could be some Transformers that have like screw points and stuff that might actually be able to fit them in, or might have something on their figure that allows them to work with them. None of the ones that I tried them with worked, but basically that was like, you know, Astro Train and stuff. All around, I'm very pleased with them. Like, obviously they probably don't show up particularly well on camera, because, you know, they're clear plastic and stuff, but I honestly think that, like, if you're going to get into collecting things like gunpowder and stuff, you don't just want them to be static, you know, like the stands come so that they can be flying, or you know, they can be set up to be in battle. And so if effects parts like these are really handy, because like they may not seem like they're going to enhance your displays very much, but they really do. And it's so strange that something so small and so simple can make such a huge difference in how these things look. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.